Hello and welcome back to episode 31. Last time we were working on optimizing the food to try and reduce the amount of time our sleet wheat was being looked after on this section here. Now, we have not changed anything in here apart from the priority, I think it is. Oh no, that's still fine, that's still the same, ignore me. So we've not really changed anything in here except ensuring that the plants are replanting after they've been harvested or after the sleet wheat self-harvest. And we have found that, to be perfectly honest, we have only achieved standard yield in here for a while. That's primarily because I think I've got these set to only a 7, and it's a case of the dupes have got so much else to do. Now, what we were doing down here was extending this whole area to be able to work on the premise of providing a standard yield off a planter box. Now, so far we've had a complete harvest cycle on the section below, and the top section here is getting close to being harvested, yeah, 80%. So it's a case of I've only seen 3 or 4 of these errors appear at any one time, and it's a case of we've got this one down here that's only just started occurring, and then this top section there's been a few that have occurred. Now, I'm not planning to do anything different to this now and leave it as it is, because I think the priority on everything here is 9, yeah. So, and I've disabled, I think, auto harvest, haven't I? Yeah. Hang on. No, we need to click on the plant. Disabled auto harvest. And if I copy settings, does that do everything, I wonder? Okay, so is that... No. Okay. Where's the harvest overlay? So, oops, there we go. Do it this way round. Manual harvest this lot. There we go. That's the way to do it. So what will happen then is these sleet wheat plants will drop their seeds, and then the dupes will then come and not necessarily harvest it, but actually replant it without any additional work. That's the idea. Now, because I also want to do a test on how much energy is being done, I'm going to actually increase the priority on a few of these, but only those that are actually around a wheezewort seed. On the basis that what I'd like to see whether I can actually get a higher yield, because I've only been getting standard yield for so long, and just see whether we can actually get a better yield out of them. So they're all set to 9, those that are around sleet wheats, and you can see straight away that the dupes are frantically providing fertilizer to those. We'll come back in a bit to see how they are doing, bearing in mind that each of these plants requires, and if we go on to there, 4,000 grams per cycle, and these plants take 20 cycles to mature. So the amount of times that these dupes are going to be going to this is going to be quite a lot, whereas these guys down here, well, do you know what, they can just grow on their own and drop their seeds, and then the dupe will come and replant them. So, scolding, who's getting scolded? What are you doing? Okay. We've put in a bridge across here to try and improve the speed the dupes run through this area, because this area is absolutely roasting hot, and the idea is to help them out so they don't get so much hurt, as it were. Our liquid chlorine is still there, so no change there. We've not adventured further down in here just yet, because we seem to have a slime bio down here next to our hot biome. If I just zoom out a bit. So what we have actually also done, does it work for me? Yes, it will, is we've extended into this cold biome down here. We've pulled out a number of weezewort seeds, and we're going, I think we've got a couple there to pick up now. So let's get that one swept, a 9. Then that should, in theory, get planted. Oh no, we don't have any need for them. Let's just leave them where they are for the time being. They can just, let's cancel that one. And yeah, that's fine. They can grow on their own and keep the area cool. That's all I'm looking for. So what else has been going on? We have, because of the issue with the ice that was warming up in here, we've dug a number of trenches down at each level to try and prevent what we were having previously of a waterfall down here. So it'll get caught in these sort of areas, and then we'll go and mop it. Why did I see polluted dirt from there? Don't know. Okay, so that helps us to keep on top of the polluted water, or any types of water, from going down here and ruining the crops. Now, we've also been slowly digging out this section because, oops, let's go back on here. What I'm aiming to do at this moment in time is to actually start designing my cancel that one. No, I don't want to cancel. I want to cancel that one. Okay, that'll do. Right. The idea is to actually start building in a new battery area. We have got a number of let's get rid of all that. We've got a number of high natural gas generators down here, and it's a case of we have a number that we have yet to discover. So this one down here and this one over here. So there's plenty for us to be getting on with. What on earth is that? Is that all sand? Ah, yes. Yes. Sand. That's possibly because of this phosphorus liquid that's it's got the temperature quite high in there. So what I'm looking to try and do at this moment now, because we've got this one here, is to just explore this sort of area down here, because I have not actually explored this area on previous investigations. And if we zoom right out so you can see how much we've got on the screen there, we have got, oh my life, quite a lot yet to discover above us. So maybe what we need to actually start doing is sending out a scouting party to actually start investigating that. But as you can see here, this sort of battery configuration is what I want to try and build into this area, with some natural gas generators above it, so that we can start powering the stuff from below. And I want to start using this water here to be able to do a similar sort of effect of what we've got over here, to produce a cooling water area. And I'm either thinking of using this one down here, to be honest, because it's quite a large one, and then we can actually use the other areas as potential food manufacturing and whatever else we find above us, to be perfectly honest. So there's a lot to be getting on with. So that's the goal for this episode, is to see how well these things actually, I mean, look at this. So what is this on for? This is on for, at the moment, standard yield. What priority we've got these guys on? No, he's on, nah, that's why he's on that side. I want, nah, okay. So look at this one. Totally surrounding, he's on for a standard yield, so that, but they're still coming and giving them fertilizer. It just doesn't make sense to do that. And if I was to pump water in there, yes, I've got another reason for the actual sleet wheats to improve their demand. But look at this one issue, and that's low air pressure. That's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. So what I'm actually also toying with the idea is installing some gas pipes to come into here after I have built up this section below, so that we can actually, let's take those out as well, so we can actually pump in super cool cold air, clean cold air, not carbon dioxide and not polluted or anything else, clean cold air into there, so that the dupes can go and do what they need to do in a nice clean air environment. So that's my plan with that after I've done this here. Okay, so it won't be long before these guys have finished doing all this work, and then I'll get them onto the task of cleaning this whole area up. So that's 4 tiles up. So once they've got this level, I can just take out this whole area and then work on my plan further on. So I've got pipes going. Where have I got water going to? Right, okay, so I've got water going quite high up already. Grief, alright, okay, so that was going all the way up to the top. And do I have electrical supply? No, I want electrical supply. Yes, I have electrical supply all the way down to my pump. So I can create some... oh, hang on. Oh. No, I don't have electrical supply all the way down to my pumps. That's not good. I'm going to have to reduce this water. And the only way to do that is... Can they get to that? No, they can't. Okay. Cancel. So let's pop in a few mesh tiles. Keep that as priority 9, because then they can just get them to mop that whole area. Alright, and we can increase the priority of that lot. Yeah. And then we can destruct all of that. Okay. And that can go as well. So that's a priority 9, that's not priority 9, that's why. Let's get that priority 9. Alright, so we've got a nice open area here, and we'll also dig out that one as well, I think. Once we've got here done, then we'll just go and mop this section, and just to allow us to get in to go and sort out this electrical wire. That's all I'm doing it for. Let's cancel that. I only need about 4. Yeah, that's fine. So I've got that one there, so that's 5 tiles that they can work on. What priority do I set those to? Okay, that's fine. Now, I also noticed that this natural gas generator, this natural gas geyser was not really doing anything. So because I had it all plumbed in, I extended that plumbing so that I could actually drop it into here. So at the moment we are now up to 300 kilos per square on natural gas there. So that's keeping that going quite nicely. And this guy's, what is going on here? They are, right, they're going for those. I love it when I get a perfect yield and I don't do anything. How much have we got there? 222 seeds. Perfect. We've got all this magma down here, which is perfect for creating a steam room to clean polluted water. But when you've got your your steam jet geysers anyway, it's kind of pointless to actually go through all that effort to do that, because we've got more steam jet geysers at the top. And I'm just going to zoom out again. So we've got one over here, we've got one over there, which we haven't even broke into yet. So there's plenty, and I mean plenty, to be getting on with. Actually, do you know what? Let's take that ladder up. I'm going to do this as priority 9 because I just want these guys to get on with it. And here we can go up. Don't want to go too high or too close to any additional water. And what have we got over there? Right. Yeah, we can leave that to be done as they work through it. We've not really had any problems with our battery supplies. At the moment we are literally on our energy usage. We've only got a 10.2 maximum kilowatt unit circuit. So I'm looking that what we do down here is to get ready to rip out all this lot, because I want to bring down, if I put to the heat map, so I want to rip out a lot of this that's causing heat, so that can actually extend the base into this sort of areas. And we have another cold biome. Excellent. Must have, because it's, yeah, no, we must have another cold biome down there, which is brilliant. Oops. And yeah, and that looks like a quite big one as well. So that's good. Excellent. Alright, so that's going on there. We're running slowly out of food. What have we got on these sleep weeds? Here. Right, okay, now we're going to get a good yield for these plants. But there's so many that are still not happy. What's wrong with you? Condition. Pipe. The pipe that's not being used is getting damaged. That's about right. Alright, but any problems down here? None whatsoever. So that kind of tells me that this is working just beautifully. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm going to have to move this out. So I've got two options. Do I bring in some gas pipes to start pumping in oxygen at a super cool temperature before I extend this? And I'm kind of thinking I should do. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I should do. Let it wait. So where are we at with this? Let's finish this. Okay, perfect. So they're there. So let's just mop this to reduce the quantity of water that's here. I think we're going to have to go quite far down, I'm afraid. No, we still can't get here. They're going to have to be rather busy, to say the least, in mopping this lot. Let's get another mopper on there. Nope, they haven't finished it, so that's no point on that. So they're picking up from this sort of level, but they won't go and mop that sort of level. That's just about right. Could do with a few more dupes down here. Stress is going up quite high. That's because they're sweeping down there. Do you know what? I'm going to watch these for a complete cycle to see what actually happens here, because I think it's quite telling when they actually come out to bed. 1, 2, 3 dupes in here so far. Okay, just go into the algae terrarium to start with. There we go, there's another one. Delivering a seed, okay. There's 2 going in more algae, by the looks of things. The third for more algae. Okay, so what this is telling me is this thing here is flying through the amount of algae. And again, I think it's probably about 7 visits so far for algae, that thing. Actually, do you know what? To do this correctly, I should really have all of this set to the same. There we go. So everything's set to 9. So essentially, there we go. That looks like more like it. So we've got 3 people farming, another one coming in. That's 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grief. That's the majority of the base or the colony workers in this area just working on these hydroponic farm tiles. Delivering, repairing. Grief. Now, if you imagine how much time these things are taking for twice the yield as one of these, it kind of just, it's no brainer. Absolutely no brainer. Right, I've had enough of watching that now. I know that what I'm doing is the right thing, so I'm going to knock this priority down to 7 because I don't want my dupes wasting their time on these. They can all have standard yield or no yield, and then I will come back to these things. Not marked for harvest. Okay, not marked for harvest. That'd be interesting. See how long it takes for these things to actually drop their seeds. Let's come back to that in a bit. Alright, so that's now all done. And we can mop here. I still can't reach down here, so wait for this water to drop substantially. Why they're not running right across, I don't know. Alright, so they're struggling to breathe down here because of the carbon dioxide levels. And we've got all this natural gas over here as well. Let's just do this. That might actually help reduce the pressure in this area, which will then allow this to come through. And we can start thinning the oxygen out, or thinning out the natural gas and carbon dioxides. I'm going to put in a couple more of these at this sort of level. Let's just make sure that's priority 9. They can get on with that. Food shortage. Oh dear, not again. Right, let's just, for one cycle, let's just go mad again. Okay, I wonder whether those, right, okay, so we've got quite a few here now that are just waiting to be harvested. Now, because I haven't got them set to auto-harvest, I'll be interested to see whether they drop the seeds like they do in the wild, and then see how quickly the dupes will then come and collect the seeds. So essentially you're only having one visit then. That's my hope anyway. Alright, so they're going for a cooking fest at the moment. Why do I keep getting polluted? What is going on? Have I got another problem with toilets or something that I've not noticed? Toilets are all working fine. Showers look like they're a bit clogged, but that shouldn't be an issue. These toilets are all fine as well. Ready for use, ready for use. So why on earth am I getting a load of mess coming through? I can only imagine they're bringing stuff to this compactor. I can only imagine that it's getting dropped en route to that compactor, which is not a good thing. I've got water there as well. So there's no water up here whatsoever, he says, thinking, has there been? Is that why I've had water drop, because I've not been paying attention to here? Not entirely sure. Right, what about over here? How's they getting on over here? Alright, so we can go a bit higher on there. Yes, we're going to open that up, but also a little bit of hydrogen gas. Okay, so that's opening up quite an area, you can see. So we've got the sort of spacing there perfect, so I think probably that the next best one is here. But I've got this water to deal with, which will get caught here for a time. I really don't want to do that at this moment. So maybe I should leave it, keep going on this way for the time being. And has these other sleet wheats actually dropped the seeds yet? Yes. There we go, 25 grains. So not having the sleet wheat set to be auto harvest means that after about a cycle they'll drop it. And it looks actually, no, it wouldn't have been auto harvest because it's, no, it wouldn't have auto harvest. That's just me thinking. The dupe's been in and collected or delivered a seed to it, so that's perfect. So from the amount of visits that these guys were actually having, I'm going to cancel that, and I'll cancel any more that go in there because I don't really want to waste their time anymore. So yeah, and you can actually be no, I'll leave you as you are. So that's really good actually. That would be a success, I would say. I've got so many people who are ill. Let's just set that to 9 to see whether they can actually make some more. I don't know whether they're making them that quickly where my dupes are actually using them. And no, we don't have anyone that's severely in trouble on health, which is good. I'll cook off again. One thing that really irritates me is we've got here 3 frosted buns waiting. We've got another 5 here. We've got 9 there. They should be sweeping them and chucking them into the refrigerators as soon as they've made them. That doesn't make sense. Are these set to 9? Yeah, they're set to 9. Are they all set? Now they are. But even that one that was set to 9, it didn't mean they actually picked them up. And I've got it on all, so I haven't got it sweep only, so I don't understand that. I think that's something that needs to be really looked at, because you shouldn't be having dupes dropping food anywhere. I mean, what's the point in that? Yeah, that's food swept. Right, I'm wondering, have I got a load of things that need to be swept up? Not that much there. Out there, they're coming in that level. Or they're coming in that level. I don't know actually. Let's just sweep the whole linking lot and see what happens. So we've gone for a whole day on cooking and we haven't made enough food for all our dupes in that one day, so that's good, isn't it? Need to probably increase the cooking stations a bit more. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. That is working an absolute treat, and that was Sky's recommendation. So yeah, that is absolutely brilliant. I don't know whether anybody else had found it on the forums, but I'm not one to read the forums. Not because I think I'm above it or anything like that, it's just because I can't be bothered reading half the time. Right, okay. We gone any further up? No, we haven't, not yet. Right. Okay, we've got a few days worth of food. Let's just knock these down on a couple. Those can all go 7. One of these days we'll get there, and that's fine. Excellent. Still haven't put those extra refrigerators up here yet. I think it's because I need to sort out the rewiring, and there's so many different tasks to do on this. It's just so much to do, and not a lot of time to do it in. Right, okay, let's cancel that. Okay, maybe it takes 2 cycles for these things to drop. How much does this thing need? Using 500 grams per second. Grief. That is really going some. No wonder I flipping run out of algae so quickly. I'm going to drop these down to 6 actually. I don't want any more getting replanted. And there we go. So they drop the seeds, and then the dupe will come along and plant them. Seeds from up there, not from down here. That's interesting. Okay. It's really interesting. Right, so where are we at down here? Okay, so they're still working on that. Let's get that one going as well. Now they still can't get down here, which means they still can't get down there. So I'm going to cancel those. I'm going to put those this sort of level. There we go. So that should then be the next thing to get done. They can mop that out. Okay, that gas is slowly extending. Just love this, the way it changes colour. Right, what's going on with that? That's a 9. So why haven't you dug it out yet? Right, I think we're going to have to, I'm going to have to make sure that's done offline. That is going to take forever and a day to actually, get done. Right, so where are we at? We were happy with our food. We've got the food optimized finally, and we are now sick and tired of these dupes leaving food at the workplace. And what's that? 6, 8, 7. Ah, dear me. Priority. What have you got? Priority. Right, we can drop you down to 8. There we go. Yeah, get rid of those food buns. Come on, put them back in the actual refrigerator. Right, okay, so what's going on over here? Anything we need to worry about? Yeah, that's getting a bit close to the top. What's the temperature doing over here? Okay, so that is yeah, quite warm, but we're not getting too hot of water going into the down here, which is the main thing, which means this. Yeah, this isn't too warm. Excellent, that worked. I think that's working just right now. When I first put it at the top, quite a while ago, it just froze. All the way down, it just froze, and then this whole section down here was still so warm, or so cold, that this lot just froze as well. It was just a right pain to try and keep on top of. Right, okay, so that's... Okay, so they've got all that far to go. Okay, so they're down to here, which is good. Some sort of polluted water there, so let's get that mopped. Is that all 9? Yeah, that's all 9, so that's fine. They'll get on with that as soon as they can. Okay, so they're nearly finished that, and then this will be ready to be used as a workstation to mop. And then once that one's done, they should be able to get down to here after they're finished mopping that sort of level. Cool. Right. What's that error? Ah, just purely auto harvest. That's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that. What we got on seeds? Yeah, we're 12,500 seeds, which is absolutely fine. Okay. I think we've achieved what we needed to achieve on that optimization. I'll probably, as I'm sorting out the water area down below here, get down there. As I'm sorting out this water issue, I think I'll continue to lay out this farm so that we're actually utilizing everything we can, and just without actually planting a load more in there, just get it laid out and do the actual priority, leave that blank for the time being, so I can actually just work my way up, because there will be a point where I'll be disabling and deconstructing these because I need to go. Yeah, so I think for the next time round we'll have this area sorted out, ready to actually mop. I'll leave it until they're finished there. We'll have that repaired so that can start pumping, and then we'll start designing the area for the batteries and the whole area to be designed out for the new power plant, as it were. Okay, so until next time, that's Murphy out.